What is up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Team of the Week Discard Beast Informs reviews. Now, last week I did not bring you an episode of this, mainly because there was no Discard Beast Informs last week. I think there was one guy that was worth 10k and he was really bad, and I wasn't going to make a video on someone who I'm not going to, say to get. Now this week there's quite a few discard informs, should I say. Now I've selected 3 out of the majority of them really who actually shine out a little bit and are better than what you'd expect from discard informs. And if you want those extra little black cards in there, these guys will slot in perfectly. And again, you can just discard any of these guys if you do not enjoy them and get your money back. So it's a win-win either way. Now we're going to start off with the first player for today, who is none other than Denis. And I probably murdered his name, but he is actually a decent striker. Now he's got 67 pace, which really lets him down, but he's got 85 shot, 75 physical, 73 dribbling, and his passing is actually quite decent, even though it's rated at 60. Now I've bought this card on this account. He's a fresh player for me anyway on this account, but I have played with all of these players previously on different accounts, be it either I packed them or I've managed to buy them just to test them out, and now this is my main account and I've bought him for it, so that says something. Now he is actually a pretty decent Serie A striker. I know you have the likes of Dumbia and you have the likes of Ibarbo and just different pacey strikers you play, but even Carlos Tevez. What I found though is playing this guy paired up with Carlos Tevez is actually incredible. They both play absolutely beautiful football paired together, because you've got Carlos Tevez, who is the man with the pace, the technical ability to dribble through players, and then you've got Denis. Now Denis has 2-star weak skill moves, so he's not going to be doing roulettes anytime soon, but he has actually got pretty decent ball control and the ball does stay at his feet. Now if you look at his in-game stats, which will be on the screen right now, you'll see that he's actually got really solid stats in many positions. 89 finishing, 86 heading accuracy, 87 penalties, 86 shot power, 82 volleys, 88 jumping, 88 reactions, 86 strength and 90 positioning. That just shows you that he's always in the right place at the right time. So although he can't run the whole pitch, if you play nice passing football, this guy is someone you should definitely pick up. Because not only can he score from the ball, like, don't over the top it, but if you pass it to his feet and control it around the players, just doing LT, RT dribble, you will score goals. If he's in the box and you give it to him, he will score goals. And if you cross it in, he's more than likely to score headers. He scored a few for me, so that says quite a bit anyway. Now moving into our next player is in a league that not many people will use, and he is none other than Shirokov. Now Shirokov, again, is in the Russian league, I believe. Yes, he is. And I used him hyperlinked up with Denis and Witzel to make up the link. So he managed to hyperlink out of the Russian league with me when I made him in a team. But again, he's 10.5k. He's literally discarded. You can get him cheap, but I just bought him up 10.5k just to make this video, just to make my point. And that was an insta buy with 10.5k. So you can actually bid on him for 10k and get him anyway. Now, he is absolutely incredible as a centre mid. He is solid as a rock. I know it's his high attack work rate, but you don't really want him that high up. You want him more of a central mid position role. So just change his work rates on the instructions. Now, what can I say about him? He's slow. He feels slow. I'm not going to lie, he does feel slow. But his shooting and his passing are what stand out. He is absolutely incredible, and he's also strong. Like, he tackled a lot of players off the ball and managed to win back a lot of balls. You could probably play this guy at centre defensive mid and he still wouldn't disappoint, not for his price tag anyway. Now if we go into his in-game stats, you'll see that he's got 79 ball control. You know what, I'm not going to read all this. Look at that stats. Look, he's absolutely solid everywhere except for jumping and his balance. So don't try and do skills with him, and he's not going to jump for headers. To be fair, he's also not needed to jump for headers. He's 6'2". He just has to stand there and the ball will end up hitting his head anyway. But look at his stats, and he's outstanding in 81 finishing, 86 long passing. So if you want those over the top through balls, he will do it. So if you got that Seydou Dumbia from Seydou, no, that's not nice. Seydou Dumbia, that's the name, from the Russian league, he will actually pair up really well with Shirokov. And he's got 83 penalties, 89 short passing. So if you want to play the short tiki-taka, you can also do that. 83 shot power, and since his other stats are actually yellow, that means they're still moderate. And as you can see, his finishing is actually quite good with, if I can find it, with 81, sorry, he's got 81 finishing, he's got 74 curve, and he's got long shots that are 79, so just on the boundary of not being a green stat. And he's also got 84 positioning, meaning he will be in the right place, and he's got 87 vision, so his passes do tend to go on target. Now, as you can see, he has also got 75 interception, 75 strength, 74 aggression, 71 sliding tackle, 70 standing tackle. He actually has amazing defending ratings for a midfielder. Now, if you play him at centre defensive mid again, I say, as you can see, he will stand out. And he will actually play well going forwards and everything. So he's an absolutely solid pull and a solid buy for 10k. Especially since you can just discard him afterwards if you don't enjoy him. Now, for our last player, we have got none other than a player that probably not many people will use because there is a very popular player for his position, and it is Wendt. Now, Wendt is the left back from the Bundesliga. Now, again, will you use Wendt? Probably not. You've got Alaba, you've got that Rames. He's not Rames. You've got Rodriguez, who's got 2 informs now, who is actually quite good. But are either of them discard price? No, not yet anyway. So you got Wendt. Now, Wendt is probably my 3rd favourite left back in the league, who's going to be a gold anyway. So as you can see his stats on screen right now, like what can I say about that? I bought him up straight up for 10k as you saw previously, and he's got solid stats and everything, 70s except for shooting. And now if you see his in-game stats, it's just ridiculous, like you can see on screen right now. Everything is moderately yellow, and he's got 81 crossing and 80 sprint speed. So, you know, but everything else, he's so all around good, if that makes sense. It's just, he's amazing. He's got 52 finishing and 59 volleys, which means the only thing he can't do is score. And to be fair, will you really be volleying or finishing with a left back? I don't know why he'd be that far up your field, especially when he's not the fastest of guys anyway. But he actually has incredible stats. Look at that, 79 shot power, 79 sliding tackle, 78 standing tackle, 78 short passing, 78 marking, 70 long shots, 76 long passing, 72 heading, 72 free kick, 75 dribbling, 76 curve, 78 ball control. I could just keep going. There's so many 70s. It's ridiculous. He's actually a good all-around player. And 10k for a really solid left back until you get your Alaba, or even if you're missing that extra 10k for Alaba, you can just discard Wendt and pick up Alaba. I do enjoy Alaba, and I do enjoy Rodriguez, but Wendt is also a really good player, and I will be using him in a few more squads. And also, since he's Swedish, he does actually link up a little bit to certain players, which allow you to add in, you know, the Swedish side hybrid that allows you to play with Ibrahimovic or other Swedish players you might enjoy. Now, guys, this is the end of this episode, so if you enjoyed this episode, please leave a like so I know to keep it going, and if you didn't, just leave a dislike and let me know down below what I can do to improve it. If you're new, please subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.